1. Panel, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long day, and it's way too late for all this philosophical shit. This is probably more fun if we were all doing it and hanging out face to face in worlds, drunk as fuck on Yaka. But we're not, we're online, all good. Let's ground this debate to reality because it kinda got bigger and oversimplistic to what it's really supposed to be. The harms that government bench accuses these gadgets or apps for literally only exist in debate land. Let's leave that bubble for a bit. Opening opposition simplifies this to just being about a smartwatch or a Fitbit, the technology behind it, but we think what they tell you is actually outcome dependent on people having or taking specific actions to improve themselves, like walk 10,000 steps or hit the gym. But we think that it's more than that, right? This debate is actually about finding a baseline benchmark metric that approximates what happiness could be or what that actually looks like. As they say, we cannot improve what we do not measure. Taking opening government at their best, assuming that all of these measures are actual depictions of stress, because to be honest, what these things do measure are cortisol levels, stress, BPM, a complicated algorithm, and permutation of that. It's not about telling you the meaning of life or what happiness is. If opening government or GovBench knows what that is, please let me know. I'm dying to find out, right? But what we do know is that this tells you a mathematical baseline, and we think that it's better to be able to do something about it as opposed to not having that particular metric at all. Our extension is simple. Our extension is about self-actualization and transcending to be a better version of yourself so that you can make the changes accordingly to what works for you. In fact, it doesn't actually end with the app as opening teams kinda assume it to be, but it actually begins with that application. Because I agree with opening opposition and all of the cool shit that you get from that, right? You're able to have an Apple Watch and it tells you whether or not you might get arrhythmia or I'm obese and I should hit the gym. But we think that without all of that, the nuance is on the obsession to be able to track and optimize it. So that is the heart of my case, telling you what this optimization is and how it actually looks like without debate land. Our extension is why obsession is uniquely good and how you can only optimize something if you're able to obsess about it and actually take these measures. Because opening assumes that, oh, we don't have other shit in life. But guys, this app or these ways to measure coexist with other things in society. Family, friends, relationships, hobbies, therapy, money, Cheetos, anything that literally makes you happy. This isn't a substitute for fucking mental health or therapy. It isn't this elixir that's somehow going to tell you and be a god like a genie in a bottle. Oh, hello, you're sad because of this reason. You should do something about it. I'm gonna solve all of your problems. Nah, we think that all the cool stuff you get from opening only actually happens when people are on this relentless pursuit driven by innovation and capitalism to obsess about it and want to be able to optimize it so end users like us can experience all the cool shit that we're raving about in an actual watch. Because years back, right, we didn't have all these cool things. What did we have? A fucking pedometer that measures your steps. Yay, road to 10k steps, I am now healthier. It's amazing how this actually can do the things that our opening said, like tell you if you're gonna fucking die. That's completely interesting. But again, they skip the missing middle analysis of you need the baseline metric in order for the evolution of that algorithm to actually happen, because we agree with their particular impacts. We think that awareness about the baseline metric that stresses you out and all of that allows you to be cognizant about your emotional sensitivities and act accordingly. Meaning, if you're a predisposed to be an anxious or depressed person, it can actually spot your stress levels when it reaches an above average score over the past X months. You're able to see the spikes and volatility within that. These are all part and parcel of factors that affect your quality of life. We're not saying that it's going to tell you what it means to be happy, but it does tell you that when your body experiences some sort of physiological stress, that manifests itself intellectually and emotionally, and that could have spillover effects to your other parts in life. So for instance, if you had a tough workout, or you lost the debate round, you didn't break, or you had like a shitty day, or you fought with your spouse or something like that, we think that these are all to some extent gonna be able to be measured. And we think it will tell you to do what? It will tell you to chill out. Go get a beer. Go watch something. Stop debating and have a life. Or do something else, right? Or if you're an actually happy person, right, then it actually tells you to gravitate towards consistency. Sure, whoever raised the POI. Yeah, but the irony is you're only able to like get that inference of trivialization when you actually sit down and meditate and become empathetic about it. Like some sort of like analysis about who you are and how you deal with it. We think that opening government says that, oh, it might make you unhappy, it might be inaccurate. Then do what DLO did. Sell your watch, make some money, have money for a debate tournament. Or delete the freaking app, right? We think that if you deem it inaccurate, that's a complete justification, but don't condemn the rest of society when you say that it's not gonna help people. It's all about math, ladies and gentlemen. Being able to actually make it more accurate over time. And we think that the impact actually here is that through innovation, you're better able to have a thicker and better baseline so that people can actually act accordingly to do what they particularly want. Yes, it's just a score, as what opening government oversimplifies it to be, but that score is the beginning of insight, and that insight is the beginning of empathy and self-awareness to make you better, to make you happier, and marginally a better human being. We are very proud to oppose.